Good morning and welcome to an all-new Eye of the Tiger. I'm Boston Tarple.
And I'm Connor Bales.
Starting this year, the PSAT test will be taken on an online platform. This shift will be carried out nationwide in an effort to fully transition to a digital method by 2024.
I think it'll be better because I'm used to taking tests online, and I think it's just easier. I think it's a good switch because, everything's going online nowadays, and the Scantron is just not good, and I think it'll be graded faster.
College and Career Center is offering a free aptitude test for students 16 and older on October 16th from 8:30 to 11. Students taking the test will have access to 2 years worth of software for future college and career choices. Students can register at the link on the EOT Twitter or in the College and Career Center.
Now we go to Addison Mahon with sports.
Good morning and welcome to this Tuesday's edition of EOTSN. I'm Addison Mahon. Tonight, Roseville football makes the trip to River Valley. Roseville enters this game 6-1 overall and 3-0 in league. The Tigers average 29.4 points per game and 324 yards per game. Roseville's player to watch will be sophomore receiver Kenny McClure. The sophomore duo of QB Mason Cesnara and McClure will look to expose the weak River Valley defense, who gave up 145 passing yards in their last game. River Valley's player to watch is junior quarterback Jackson McPeak. After completing 11 passes on 30 attempts in his last outing, McPeak is due for a bounce-back game.
I've been playing with Mason my whole life, and the connection and the chemistry between us is it's unbeatable, and we work way too hard and the effort's really there, so.
The sophomore dynamic duo will be one to keep your eye on, especially as the playoffs come closer. Before we go, here's the game action for this weekend. As previously mentioned, football heads to River Valley tonight. Tomorrow, both boys and girls water polo participate in the Dixon tournament. And on Monday, girls golf participates in their second CVC 18-hole tournament, and girls flag football has an away game at Indercombe. And that's all on your home for Roseville High School sports, top plays, breakdowns, and more. Eye of the Tiger Sports Network, EOTSN. And now we go over to entertainment.
Thanks, Addie. I'm Jace Hendricks, and for this Friday the 13th, let's kick it off with something scary. Exorcist Believer is a sequel to the original 1973 Exorcist movie, and was made by Universal after they purchased the rights to the Exorcist franchise for a 3-picture deal for an insane $400 million, and I don't think it was worth it. Exorcist Believer is one of the worst movies I've seen all year, with bad acting, a stupid story, and a predictable plot. But worst of all, it's boring. If you want to read more about the dumpster fire that is Exorcist Believer, you can check out my article on eyeofthetigernews.com. Let's keep it spooky with The Fall of the House of Usher, releasing today on Netflix. It's the newest show from writer and director Mike Flanagan, known for The Haunting of Hill House and Dr. Sleep. It's based off a short story by Edgar Allan Poe and follows 2 siblings and their crumbling pharmaceutical empire as their heirs start dying in strange and brutal ways. If it's anything like Mike Flanagan's earlier work, I think it's going to be great.
It's time. It's time. It's time.
In other news, a PS5 Slim was announced, and it comes with a smaller build and a terabyte of storage. The digital-only version will also get an optional disc player add-on that can play games and movies. The standard PS5 model will stay the same, but the digital edition will increase by $50. And now we go back to news.
Thanks, Jace.
One student at RHS makes dough by making dough. We go to Tobin Thomas with more.
Freshman Matthew Chaika recently started making sourdough bread and selling it to Roseville High School students and staff. The money he makes is enough to keep his business running, but he mostly does it for personal enjoyment.
So Mr. Hobbs, he's my friend's dad, Sam, and I started making bread, and I posted on my story, and he was like, "Hey, I'd like to buy some." So I kind of just make it to whoever. I don't really, just whoever wants bread, I make it for them. I don't really make a profit. I make enough to actually buy the supplies back, but and to make more with the supplies.
After being gifted a starter by his aunt, Chaika uses recipes he found online to develop his own unique recipe to bake and sell.
I learned to make it with a bunch of different recipes. The person that gave us the starter gave us a recipe, and I kind of just edited the recipe with just stuff I experimented with, and I ended up with a nice recipe.
Chaika bakes this recipe over the span of a few days and then sells it to students around campus. One of his friends, freshman Samuel Hobbs, is one of his most frequent clients.
I just text Matthew, or I see him on campus and ask, can I get some bread? It's really cheap, it's really good. You can get a loaf for $5. What I would say is really special about it is you're getting it from someone that's like making it at their home instead of just like going to a bakery and like getting a loaf. And I mean, for like the price, I mean, if you like compare it to like grocery stores or anything, that makes it pretty special too.
Thanks, Tobin.
That's it for us today on Eye of the Tiger.
And remember, we're always on eyethetigernews.com. Stay classy, Roseville.